I'm gonna do a little morning meditation, and then I'm gonna get into some ideas that have been coming to me, I've been experiencing. So here we go. I'm just gonna do two. And a few videos back, I did this, and which video was it? I forget which video it was, but one of them, I think I said too many breaths. I was saying the number of breaths I took. But you only want to inhale on your way up. And then when you get up here, you want to hold it. And then you want to exhale all the way fully. So that's one. So you don't want to get up, you don't want to be coming back down, stop, and then inhale. So this is kind of an exercise as well as this kind of reset where you focus on your breath. And I suppose that you're just reminded um, of kind of, this apparatus, this thing that you built through meditation. Not 100% sure. So here we go. Good. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, so that's mindfulness. Is when you think about your breath, when you focus on it. And those are just kind of those are some mindfulness exercises right there. And they're kind of like stretches as well. But really, they get the mind thinking about the breath. Um, so you know, even even there, just the idea of mindfulness, it must be built. You must kind of build it. You must invent it. And I think mindfulness is it's kind of a reminder. Um, so one thing I want to talk about is in mindfulness, in the practice of mindfulness, I think you are more maybe susceptible to ideas. When I talked about openness, maybe I was referring to something along the lines like maybe you're more open to ideas, and you like to think, and you like to I don't know, you just maybe you're the type of person who just if you find yourself meditating, maybe you are also the type of person who likes to think. I'm not sure. And so my mom and I were having a conversation. She was saying, we were talking about an idea, and she kind of looked at me. She kind of gave me a look like, you know, like, maybe like what am I thinking in some of these videos or stuff, something like that. And I would, and probably, how do you, maybe she watched the video on where I talk about Steinbeck and his idea of laziness. Um, Maybe she would kind of think that's a little funny or something. So But here's the deal. I think that when you get into these meditative states and they have these principles, these qualities that um you are that I don't know, maybe you kind of help define as well. You kind of partake in the invention. Mindfulness is a little bit as if you were going to touch the compass of your own life, I think. And so you know, maybe you want to think, maybe you want to, I don't know, you know, maybe you're a thinker or something like that, or just you like ideas, you know, or a very, I suppose, a biggest way of saying it is you like the idea of change. Um, and so when you kind of are in this meditative state, it's got these qualities about it that are kind of its principles that tell you to, that kind of, it's part of your journey then. So you kind of like, you find out about things. You kind of get caught up in the experience. And so, yeah, I like Steinbeck a lot. And I also like a laziness and and kind of admire it a little bit and that's because I feel like the conscious experience is somewhere in this in this place where logic governs logic is thought to govern in an infinite state maybe and kind of the irrational or maybe abstract kind of goes in another infinite state or something like that. And so I read William Faulkner's work. Um, what was it? Oh, what was it? I forgot which one it was. And it is he does this thing called stream of consciousness. So he will write, and then he will kind of go off in this stream of consciousness, and it's the placement of the words and how kind of how you know, it reads and everything. Um, it leaves kind of the logic of what you're used to as you're reading and structure and logic. And it kind of makes it porous. And you feel after you read his stream of consciousness and his oh, the sound the fury and his writings, you feel as if you're, you know, the character's more enriched. You feel as if you understand more about kind of what's going on, or you feel like maybe in a deeper sense. It kind of, you know, does those things to you, which would be a biological response. So it creates that biological response, even though it's, how could any two people interpret a stream of consciousness, you know, the same way? Because of how it reads. Um, it makes rational kind of porous. And so, and I don't know. I kind of think that's you know, I kind of think it's, oh, you know, there's some laziness in that. And you know, and so what is laziness? I'm not, you know, it might be some type of I don't know, it maybe it's just a quality of survival as well. Um,